All right, folks, we are on Shoal Creek. It's Alabama Floats. About to put in here. Got his truck at the takeout spot, which we believe is about 8 miles down, and got everything in my truck. So we're gonna put in here, float down. He's gonna fish. I'm just gonna kind of hang out. Maybe stop and fix some coffee somewhere, and definitely stop and do lunch later in the day. So we got all day, no schedule. It's gonna make a day of it. So we are going to, it's cold right now. I don't know what the low was, probably down in the 30s, probably lower. There's some ice in some of the puddles coming here. So anyway, I'm gonna get off this thing for Alabama Float starts cussing me so we can get going. I'll check in a little bit. Trying to fish, that's right. I will check back in a little bit. Hey y'all, I'm Dan with the Southern Paddler Channel. Today I'm on Shoal Creek with my brother Alabama Floats. I've done Shoal Creek several times, but I have not done this section. So this is a new to me section of Shoal Creek. We're starting downtown Iron City, Tennessee. Going to end up at Goose Shoals in Lauderdale County, Alabama. We're gonna cross the state line somewhere down through here. Traverse 2 states today. Don't do that often. It looks like, and again, I'm new to this section, but Shoal Creek is a beautiful and normally really clear. It's a little murky today. Not bad. I can still see the bottom, but it's a little dingy. Probably from some rains we've had the past week or so. The water from the sections I'm used to seeing looks like it may be up a little bit, but not anything crazy. But we definitely got some good flow today, it looks like. So there are some shoals. Alabama Floats has done this section one time before. He's fishing, and he's fished it before. Says that there might be some sections we have to drag. We'll see. You know, I think that was more in the summer, and Shoal Creek can get pretty low in the summer. But today, right now, looks pretty good. So hopefully it'll stay that way. So I'm going to ease on down here, and first order of business will be finding a place to stop, make some coffee, and just hang out a little bit while he fishes, let him catch up. Then a little bit later, I'm going to grill out some burgers on the banks of Shoal Creek. So y'all come along, and we'll check back in a little bit. Well, I'm about a mile in. Thought I'd get a mile ahead of Alabama Floats. He'd fish a while, and I'd set up, make my coffee, and before I could get my coffee made, he come floating by. So he's downstream now. But I'm gonna go ahead and just enjoy my coffee. Like I said, we got 7 more miles to go, a lot of water, and I'll just sit here and relax, drink my coffee, and that way, you know, won't pressure him to move. He'll just fish at his own pace and know that I'm behind him, and I'll catch up to him whenever. So he can enjoy his fishing. I'm going to enjoy my coffee. Again, on Shoal Creek, beautiful, beautiful area. Found this nice little gravel bar. There's actually a little short rock wall, and then a little bit of a bluff, a little ridge back there. And but anyway, just sitting here on this gravel bar, enjoying the water going by and my coffee, and I'll get back on the water here shortly. All right, found a beautiful little gravel bar. Gravel bar's not real big, but man, look at that view. Beautiful rock wall all around that green water. It's a perfect place for lunch, except for one thing. I forgot my grill. So I just set the charcoal bag on fire. I do have some foil that I was going to cook the mushrooms in. Maybe I can divvy it up and just kind of cook it on the coals. I don't know. I gotta figure something out. But we're winging it today. I've got a little tube, a little small grill that, you know, fits in it's all in a little tube, like maybe less than a foot long. I probably just need to keep it in my dry bag, but anyway, coulda, shoulda, woulda. So here we are. Let's try to find a way to cook some burgers for lunch. I think it's the first time I've forgotten that. I've forgotten utensils, forgotten the lighter to start my little jet bowl, but never forgotten the grill, but I did today. So I just set the charcoal bag on fire. I do have some foil because that's how I've got some stuffed mushrooms that I bought, and I always cook those in foil. So I'm gonna see if I can get them all on there, or use the foil just for the burgers and maybe skip the mushrooms. I don't know. I'll figure something out. But I've got you know what I need here to at least attempt to cook lunch. Alabama float's still upstream. I told him where I was at, but I didn't tell him what I'd done. So we'll see. Maybe it'll work out. But man, look at this. It's just, he told me about the spot. This is absolutely beautiful. Rock wall right here in the bend of the creek, that pretty green water. Man, that is this is great. So anyway, I want to see if I can somehow cook these burgers without a grill, and just wait for him to get down here and find the bad news. So all right, check back in a little bit. Alabama floats has arrived. Lunch is,
sunshine sure is nice.
Oh, the sun is real nice. Man, what a beautiful spot. I think it's about ready. Yep.
It ain't been terrible, like I said. It's just,
yeah, it's just, I think our expectations were a little different. Alabama floats, what do you think about lunch?
that's darn tasty right there.
Excellent. The yeah, having the foil for that I brought the mushrooms in saved my bacon. Literally. The bacon, and there were bacon and onion burgers I got at Publix. I got just a bite of mine left, and I will finish that up. Mushrooms are long gone. We actually used those as hors d'oeuvres as the burgers were finishing. You ended up just, you know, spreading the charcoal on the ground, setting it on fire, and putting everything in the foil and cooking it on there. And so that worked out pretty good. And so yeah, that was man, that's a good lunch on the creek right there. So
Downright tasty.
Downright tasty. So we're gonna finish this up and just cool our jets here a little bit. I think we're a little over 5 miles, 5.2. So probably have like 3-ish, you know, around 3 to go. And I'm not sure of the time. It's probably 12:30.
About 1. Almost.
About 1, okay. So yeah, we got plenty of time. So we'll probably be moving a little slower after this big old lunch.
Mm-hmm.
But it was good. So we're gonna finish up and cool it here, and then we'll get back on the water in a little bit. That's a red-tailed hawk sound.
Yeah.
The eagle doesn't have a real impressive sound.
Yeah, I remember hearing them one time. And I was like, what is that? Like,
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but yeah, the hawk moving. Yeah, I'm just gonna take my time here, kind of clean it up.
and I've enjoyed
30 minutes.
We've done 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you got here about noon, right?
Yeah, that's right. Because I think I said on the camera it was around 12 or 12:30 when I actually. Lunch is done. Ended up being pretty good, despite not having my grill, despite forgetting my grill. But Alabama Floats and I enjoyed our lunch with they were bacon and onion burgers made by Publix with some kind of pre-made seafood stuff, mushrooms. Whew, it was all good. A little butter in there, cooked on full, a little seasoning on the burgers, cooked in full over just the coals on the ground. So turned out pretty good. And so Alabama Floats, you can see him back there. He's already shoved off and fishing a little bit. I'm going to start my cleanup here, get everything loaded in the boat. We've kind of discussed our plan. I think we've covered 5 out of the 8 miles, so we're more than halfway. With the current, if we try to just paddle straight out, we'll probably be done really quick. So we're okay, but we definitely, talked about. He said he wants to be back before dark, so we can make that happen. But just going to get cleaned up here, and then everything in the boat, and I'll check back when I'm on the water. Next time we'll check the forecast in the morning.
Yeah, no good.
All right, back on the water. Lunch is done, cleaned up, packed up. Now we're in for the final stretch. Have about 3 miles to go probably. And Alabama Floats is up ahead of me already fishing. So I'm going to catch up to him, and if he's having luck fishing, he'll want to fish a little more. And if he's done for the day, we'll just paddle it on out.